I don't know if the camera is picking up all that wind noise. It is super windy outside. And I'm lying here just chilling. But it is very, very windy today. The roof seems to be holding intact. I saw some mold up there, and I sprayed it with bleach to try to control the mold situation. There's some mold out front there too, and I just sprayed that. So we'll see how well the bleach clears everything. But it is extremely windy outside right now. Trees are moving all over the place, but the hut appears to be holding its own. As you can see, I'm just here at Hut 2.0. Just came out here today to relax a little bit, get away from everything and just chill out here. I did make breakfast, didn't film it. Oh, excuse me. I made some eggs and rice, and I have some onions here on the stove. Ate some of it already, but leaving the rest for later. I put some Badia seasoning on it and just let it sit here while the fire was dying. I'll be eating it later, but I do have some leftover rice that was cooked over the fire as well. Now, I didn't cook it. I didn't cook the stove, then light it and cook it in here inside the hut for safety reasons. I actually had it all outside right there at the little table. That's where I do my cooking now. When I use the wood burning stove, and the reason I do that is just safety. It's not safe to have this fire in here, even though it's in the pot. I did it the first time, and it was okay, but seeing how the flames came up, I thought it was too dangerous. It could catch, the whole building could catch on fire. So I don't have an open fire like this, even though it's controlled in the pot here. I don't have it in here, although it's warm right now because it was still burning when I brought it in here. I just brought it in here to burn out, but also it's warming up the inside of the hut a little bit because it is a little bit cool. This is the pan that I used to fry the eggs in, and all of it was cooked outside, not in here. I did eat it all, and it was yummy. Nice to have hot meals. I do have my onion stalks growing, and I basically have been taking off you can see where I ripped it off, but I rip off the piece and eat it, and then this is stuff that's growing back. So this is like second generation. So the plan is to keep breaking it off to eat it, and then letting it keep growing so long we can keep it going. This way I can get fresh onion stalks without having to buy new onion stalks. I am just knocked over some stuff here. I still need to clean up in here. This is kind of a mess in here, but been a little bit lazy. Do have some eggs that I brought out here. I know some of you will say, well, won't the eggs go bad without refrigeration? I think they will if they sit out too long, but I keep them for a couple weeks and they seem to be doing fine. Some of them have been here for 2 or 3 weeks and I eat them and haven't gotten sick. So these are just Dollar Tree eggs that I bought. This one's empty. I just used it up. My butane stove broke the other day when I tried to do a little episode with cooking sand fleas, so I've got to repair that. But so right now we're confined to cooking with actual fuel, which, speaking of which, it's a little bit wet today because it rained last night and this morning. So all my wood is wet, so I'm waiting for it to dry out, and then I'm going to get some more wood and just bring it in here. Luckily I did have some wood that was in storage here, and that's what I used to make the fire, but I'm completely out, so I do need to get some more wood. And that's pretty much it. It's just a matter of laying out here today, taking it easy, trying not to do too much. I just wanted to get away from the city a little bit and just come to my own little private space where I could just relax and not worry about anything. And this is it. Hut 2.0. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you're staying safe and staying nice and dry. And if it's cold where you are, I hope you're staying nice and warm. And if it's hot where you are, I hope you're managing to stay cool. The hut is actually doing pretty well in here right now. It's not too hot, not too cold. I'm actually pretty happy with how it feels in here. It feels very cozy. You know, and if it gets too cold out here, I can crawl underneath the blanket and just wrap myself up and feel all nice and warm and smug. Is it smug? Snug? Snug as a bug in a rug? That's pretty much my plan today, is to maybe come in here and just take a nap, you know. It's nice to be able to sleep and not worry too much. Do wish it wasn't so windy and cold outside, but look at the wind just blowing everything. It is like crazy blowing out there. And I don't know how much of that noise you're picking up on the camera here, but it's very, very windy. Now, I do have snacks and things to eat here. I get hungry. I've got some sardines, some various soups. Have spaghetti sauce and some pasta so I can make spaghetti. I also have some mashed potatoes, the instant mashed potatoes, beef stew. Not too much food, but just a little bit for like if I'm out here and like today, you know, I don't need to go anywhere. I can make some ramen noodles, and I do have some supplies here. Toilet paper, paper towels, some Jell-O, and maybe I'll have one of these cheap Dollar Tree chewy granola bar thingies. So it's almost like being in a house. You know, I do have electricity, but it's not like able to charge itself, so I have to take it out to the vehicle to charge it because I don't have a generator or the solar panel out here to charge it up. But this is the portable power pack that I had made, and it converts, you know, 12 volts from the RV battery that's stored in there to 120 volts, so I can run things like the lights. If you'll recall, on the initial build of Hut 2.0, I used to have a TV over there, big widescreen, what was it, a 32, 34 inch TV, HD TV with an antenna. And we were able to receive some channels out here and watch TV from the hut, which made it feel really like a dorm room or a home. But I removed the TV for the simple fact that this battery pack drains out too fast. If you end up having it fully charged and you watch the TV, you've got about 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours of TV before the power runs too low. So I basically decided to get rid of the TV and put it in storage for now. I do have a little workstation here, and I have lights, and that's what I'm using the battery pack here for. Is if I'm out here at night and I need lights, I can, you know, switch that on and power electricity for running lights or any 120 volt, 115 volt devices that I need to run. I do have these battery backed lights in case, you know, I don't want to use the 120 volts. The 120 volt supply is used sparingly, only if I need to run the big lamps here. And, you know, that's if I'm doing production, video production. I have my rig here for shooting videos. You know, you just put it here and you shoot straight down like that to shoot content that I hope to be producing for YouTube soon, even though I'm having a hard time motivating myself to make those projects. But that is in the works. If I can motivate myself, you can see I've got all sorts of supplies here for making those things. I even put a little metal vacuum unit there so I can, you know, use magnets to hold things up. Brought some magazines from the library that they were giving out for free to read in here, and it's got stuff like woodworking, got a AARP magazine, Jessica Lange, and what is that, trailering for hitches and moving things, just some stuff to read, hot Volkswagens, and sports truck. Just basically a couple magazines that I picked up from the library since they were free, and I brought it out here so that if I'm out here or my kids are out here, we have something to do if we get too bored. Although honestly, whenever we come out here, we're never bored. There's always plenty to do out here, and most of the time we're just here to cook up food to eat. So we'll cook up some rice and eat breakfast here, and then we head out and go wherever we go for the day. So it's serving more of a base than it is an actual place to hang out. We come here, we eat, rest a little bit, prepare our supplies, and then go on our day adventures. So I am here just enjoying the day and seeing how well this building is holding up. You can see the wind is going crazy outside. My roof appears to be staying intact, so I'm very, very happy. The structure seems to be standing, and everything's hunky-dory. Thank you all again for tuning in. I hope you're staying safe. Please take care of yourselves, and God bless you all.